Angela Tackett. I'm a member of Southside. I team teach with several teachers that are sitting in here right now with me, but my title of my unit is Marvelous Matter. Okay, the purpose of my unit naturally was to create problem solvers in my classroom, develop better writers, engage them in 21st century technology skills, and of course to have them have a deeper understanding of matter. These are the standards that we addressed in my unit. At the beginning of the unit, some of the children wanted to have a superhero day, so there's a picture of all of them dressed up. Okay, now, in this, some of the components of my unit, when it began, I had them bring in different types of matter, and we created a matter museum in my classroom. And during that time, they got to categorize and classify the properties and conduct experiments. We did some online science journals through Google OneDrive. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with it, but you can create documents with it and presentations, and that's where a lot of this was done because we got the Google Chromebooks with their monies. One of their favorite activities was blogging. They love it now. I created an account with Kids Blog, and it was a way that I used to perform an assessment. I would, like each day, have a question for them from maybe something they'd done the day prior, and they'd have to get on and answer it. And I knew by the way they answered it if they actually got the concept. So now they're big bloggers. We video conference with other classrooms, virtual tours, and actually virtual field trips during this unit. Arts and crafts. We were able to utilize the Chromebooks and actually the iPads that our library had checked out too, because there were some things that we were limited to with the Chromebooks, so I actually got the iPads, and the video that the children created was actually done with iPads and their iPhones. We also did a Marvelous Matter Cafe, which probably might be illegal because of the stuff we used that they ate. But students from UPike, Moorhead, and Eastern Kentucky University came in and brought items, and I didn't want to tell them no that they couldn't use those items, but some of them are going to be elementary ed teachers, and they'll learn. So the students actually got to create things and eat them, and they love that. There's pictures of it. When we decided to develop the superhero, I gave them a rubric, and on the rubric, the components were that the superhero had to have a strength that could change matter, and he also had to have a weakness. I told you that everybody had a weakness. You know, my weakness was chocolate. Superman's weakness was kryptonite. But everybody has a weakness, and that's how the villain gets to them, through their weakness. Then they had to have a problem that they could solve because they were going to develop a comic strip. So here was their planner, and there was some of the superheroes that they created, and then they got online. There was make-believe comics, and they could get on and create their own superhero, and they did that to kind of mimic the superhero that they had drawn. There's pictures of it. Beginning the comic strip, they got online because some of them didn't know what a comic strip truly looked like. Okay. And so anyway, here they are at the beginning of the comic strip. I want to show the video if I can. Here's some of their comic strips. And then at the end, they did a virtual museum to kind of culminate it. And here's one of my students' museums. And I had a rubric that actually developed that, but I want them to show you too what they did. So.
My name is Meadow, and I would like to welcome you to Mrs. Angela's Superhero Room and a wonderful world of matter. Let's Let's get virtually excited. Here at Tackett Elementary School, our students have been learning about the wonderful world of math. And we would like to share our learning with you. My name is Destiny Cheney, and today I'm here at Sunset Elementary School, and I'm at Miss Angela Tackett's room. And the kids here have been working on a comic.
They actually interviewed each other, and I just
which can change the states of
worked with them to choose the ones who we really thought
It
would
was
be.
very, very hard on making a superhero that could change matter forever.
Before we could create them, we had to learn about matter. First, we created our very own Meadow Museum by classifying properties.
We made online science journals with a look at evidence
We had a video conference with other classes around America. And we watched astronauts from outer space experiments now. Personally, I love following Miss Tackett because she can find out what we know. My favorite activity was the marvelous cafe. Testing.
We blew the top off of Myth Blasters. Have you ever made Ooblek?
We use websites like Grandpa Jr., United States, and Kim for Kids.
I'm sure that you've heard about the three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gases. Do you know that there are actually 6 forms of matter? Scientists can create plasma and other common things.
Liquid like water, shift, can fit the containers where molds move around. Gases like air are free flowing. You can easily put your hand through it. The molecules are control apart and wiggle and jiggle. Can states of matter change to one to another? Yes, states of matter can change from one to another. For example, a solid to a liquid to a solid, and a liquid to a gas. Solids, like it is, are stable. Molecules that vibrate, they won't move around. Matter takes up space, matter has weight, and matter has volume and mass. Matter is made up of tiny building blocks called atoms. Atoms are at least 100 times smaller than the width of human hand. A liquid is a state of matter that takes the shape of its container. A solid has a definite shape and a definite volume. A gas has no shape or no flow. Why is not as big an ion? Did you know matter goes through chemical and physical changes?
Think you like that?
Changes such as pressure and temperature can make matter. When solid melts, it turns into a liquid. Did you know when a liquid freezes, it turns into a solid? When heated, it turns into a gas. That is called vaporization. Once we fill our brains with matter, creation begins. Then we have to name a superhero and give him a superpower. Then give him a weakness just like Superman has his kryptonite. Then our ideas begin. We go on websites like Marvel.com and make believe comics. And then they made our superhero. My favorite part was creating my comic strip. My favorite was Larry Tackett. Larry, what's your superhero's name? Then my superhero's name is Meadow. What are its powers? Her powers are to be turned into a solid, liquid, and a gas. What? Does it have weakness? Yes. If he touches anything hot or gets near anything hot, she'll suffocate back into its mother. Would you recommend Miss Tackett to do this project again? Yes, I would, because it's a good opportunity for the kids next year to learn how to develop their own superhero and learn how to read and write like Miss Tackett. And with Madison, what is your superhero's name? My superhero's name is Liquid. What is her superpowers? Her superpowers are she can turn something from a solid to a liquid to a gas. Does she have a weakness? Her weakness is disco dancing because the disco ball is too bright for her eyes. Would you recommend Miss Tackett do this again next year? Yes, because I think the kids would love developing their own superheroes and making their own cups and making their own creation. My favorite room in my virtual museum is the food court. we have an thing. This week is Easter.
In my museum, we have a moon room that you can look at the moon and the stars. And we have a game room where the kids can play at. We have a candy room. Doesn't that candy look good?
This is my Meadow Museum. My favorite rooms in it. Arcade room. Your kids can come and play all the time in our laser tag. Come on down and play our fun laser tag.
Okay, and that's just, I mean, it's a little longer than that, but with the virtual museum, I encouraged them to make theirs different, something, well, they actually had a rubric that had to have something educational in it so that they could bring students there, but something that makes theirs different than everybody else's, and it had to have the three states of matter. Any questions?